Take 1 of Frontboard Pretzel tutorial. Frontboard Pretzel tutorial take 2. Frontboard Pretzel tutorial take 3. Pretzel tutorial take 4. Frontboard Pretzel tutorial take 5, I guess. I think this is take 6. Starting this season off with a Frontboard Pretzel tutorial. This is such a cool trick, right? You see it on the internet, you send it to your buddies, you want to do it yourself. But for some reason, it's just hard to do. There's something about a Frontboard Pretzel that is just hard to get on lock. Maybe you've done it once, maybe you've never done it, but there is something super hard to figure out about a Frontboard Pretzel. I've spent the last 21 years snowboarding, and I'm going to give you my secrets to how I Frontboard Pretzel and have managed to make it a consistent trick in my bag of tricks. Much like any rail trick, or realistically any trick on a snowboard, we're going to start with a basic S-carve. I've talked about this in other tutorials, but it is something that you should just get used to doing no matter what trick you're doing, what feature you're hitting. An S-carve is something that you can do from feature to feature that creates a consistency in your snowboarding. So no matter what trick I'm doing, I'm going to initiate an S-carve. You're going to start from the outside. You'll carve in towards the middle and then back out. Once you've carved back out, you're going to bring your shoulders towards whatever you're hitting. When you do that, you can eliminate using your edge, but be having your weight guide you to the center of whatever you're hitting, jump or rail. To get into the front board, you're going to simply step your foot over. I don't like to get too close to my back foot. I like to keep it closer to my front foot than my back, but it is generally in the middle of my board. I will kind of bounce between the middle of my board and my front foot. The key to a good Frontboard Pretzel, and a lot of people, I think this is where they get a bit confused. They think they should be getting into the front board set up for the pretzel. I find that actually makes the pretzel a bit more difficult. So I get into the front board, if I'm gonna pretzel, I get into the front board exactly how I would just a regular front board. I turn my hips only, my shoulders stay squared up with the rail facing downhill, and I just get into a regular front board. I'm not thinking about the pretzel. As you start nearing the end of the rail, that's where you're going to use your shoulders to set you up for the success of the pretzel. The beginning part of the front board, your back hand should be where it normally is in a front board, and that's behind your body. As you start getting closer to the end, that's where you're going to throw your back hand in front of you, the same way you would for a spin off a jump. You're gonna take your back hand and you're gonna swing it in front of you. We aren't setting up off of the lip for the pretzel. We're getting into the front board. We're gonna sit in it, get our power ready, and once we're ready to pop out, that's when we're gonna take our back hand, throw it in front of us, and we're gonna take our back leg and let it follow that front hand. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it may feel like you're gonna under rotate. This is where being a confident snowboarder, or being able to tell yourself you're more confident than maybe you really are, this is where that becomes so important. Once you have initiated that back arm in front of you and your back hip and your back leg is following it, keep it going. You get your toes ready, set it into the ground, look down the hill, and ride away. I promise if you actually practice this stuff, it can become easy. No matter who does it, how pro they are, how long you've watched them, how much snowboarding they get to do compared to you, if you practice these key things that I've just talked about, you can lock in a Frontboard Pretzel very easily. The moment the snow hits, make sure you have this video saved on your YouTube. Go do it, post it on the internet, send it to me, tag me. I would love to see you guys do it. Appreciate you as always. Peace.